Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Lease Option Live Stream. I'm Justin Chamness. This is a Friday edition. I'm very excited about today because today I've got something very special to share with you, and I know you're going to enjoy this. You're going to learn a lot from it, actually. I believe it's going to help you take your real estate business to the next level. I've got here in my room with me Ty. He's one of my good buddies. He's in my club here with me, and I love to hang out with Ty, so he's hanging out with. Hey, welcome.
Good morning. What's going on?
Hey, nothing much, man. It's good to see you. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Just put my makeup on. Sorry.
Hey, you're looking great, man. You smell
I drew
terrific.
it.
You
And
smell terrific.
I could smell you from here. Yeah.
Well, anybody out there that wants to join in here with me and Ty, you're welcome to the Zoom address. If you want to hop in here, it's a Zoom thing. It's HTTPS, that whole thing if you need to know. But you could just put in zoomjustin.com, zoomjustin.com. Now, don't get it twisted because that's some other Justin. All right. It's zoomjustin.com. uh, it's crazy how somebody actually, another Justin out there, has the flip of that. I don't even want to say it because I don't want to get people, I don't want to get it stuck in your head. It's zoomjustin.com. But somebody has a flip of that. Another Justin. You know what we should do? We should troll him sometime. No, I'm just kidding.
We should make him an offer.
uh, yeah, we should send him offers. We should send written offers to that guy. Today.
No, for the Zoom, for the name. Yeah.
Oh,
So you own
yeah.
both. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea too, actually. That's a more intelligent idea. Well, today I wanted to talk a little bit about over-leveraged properties because over-leveraged properties, we're probably going to see a lot of that, coming up here in the near future. It's speculatory at this point, right? But if the market takes a downturn, for sure everywhere, if there's a drawback in some way, like in purchase price or like in valuations and what the sales prices are for homes, and it's really going to probably leave a whole lot of people in an over leveraged situation. Over leveraged meaning they got too much debt on it. They bought a house, they've got a mortgage on it that's worth more than the house is worth. So in other words, they owe 110,000 on the house mortgage. The house is only worth 90,000. Well, I did not just pull those numbers out of a hat. I actually had that exact experience on a investment property back in 2010, 9, 8, in that region. I don't remember what year, but it was like hell on earth. I was in an over leveraged situation then. I didn't start out over leveraged. In fact, when I bought the property as an investment property, I had it appraised, and it appraised for 110. But then you guys remember what happened in the real estate market? Yeah, right. So the prices went down.
Ultimate meltdown. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was only worth about, really, I think, somewhere in the 85 to 90 range. But see, I was really fully leveraged on it, like all of that. And then some. And so, I feel it was horrible. But now I don't regret it because it actually is what kind of shaped me a little bit. Like, it gives me an opportunity now with
Good.
homeowners,
Yeah.
because I used one of these strategies. Now, and I'm going to tell you what the homeowners options are. There's 8 options a homeowner has when they're over leveraged. Now, this is important for you if you want to be an investor that's working in the pretty house business, especially. Okay. But I'm talking to those people that are interested in doing subject to, wraparound, any other type of creative hybrid finance like that, or just straight owner finance, maybe even lease purchase. Okay. This is a lesson for those that are in the pretty house business or want to be. Because when you're talking to homeowners, a lot of times We are talking about homeowners that are asking more than the property's worth. Uh, uh, has anybody experienced that? Only everyone.
Right?
Well, in some cases, it's because they're over leveraged and they need to sell, and realtors cost a lot of money and they can't afford one. And so that's why they're on Zillow or Craigslist or wherever you found them. Over leveraged people. Some of them are over leveraged. So I want you to know, if you're working the pre foreclosures, you know what I mean? The notice of defaults, the Liz Pendens, I had to say that because that made me sound smart. The Liz Pendens. I don't know what it means though. Don't ask. So if you're working in that area, um, talking to those type homeowners that are gonna lose the house to foreclosure before long if they don't do something,
Mm-hmm.
or if you're just running into homeowners that are over leveraged and not behind, maybe they just want to sell and they need more than the property's worth. Now, why this is important, I guess, too, let me just back up, because I have students that come to me and they'll say, hey, I need a rule, and that's the thing about rules, is they're always wrong in the real estate world. In some situation, they're not applicable. And this is one of those. I tell everybody, okay. If you must have a rule to begin with, let's not talk about lease purchases on any property deal that's 105% or more of fair market value. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're not talking about what they owe or anything yet. We haven't even got that deep with the homeowner. But if they're asking this much, don't even waste your time. But what I'm going to show you today kind of contradicts that rule.
Come
Okay.
on. Yeah.
Because the homeowner has 8 different options when they're over leveraged. And I think if you, as the investor, wholesaler guy, know what those 8 options are, then you're going to be very well equipped to talk to people in pre-foreclosure, people who are over leveraged, overpriced, and how to kind of come at them from an intelligent angle now, instead of I'm just hoping that my pitch works. Okay. Let's get down into it. And what are the 8 options? And again, this might be really important for us this year or next year. When maybe the market drops and house values drop 30 to 60%. Wow. Can you imagine? There'd be a lot of people over leveraged. Okay. So what are the options? Option number 1. And I'm thinking about writing it on my whiteboard, but somebody asked me about that whiteboard thing, and they compared me to Karl Rove on Fox News, and I was like, whoa. I'm not against the man, but I always thought that the whiteboard thing was a little hokey when I saw him do it or somebody do it on TV. Now I do it myself, and maybe it looks corny when I do it. I don't want to.
I'm writing it on my whiteboard. So
Option number 1, catch up the payments if they're behind and just stay in the house. Just keep making the payment. Yeah. That's option number 1. What are the pros and cons of that? Well, the pro is they get to keep their good credit score, right? And another good credit to that, a pro to it is that they get to lower that mortgage every time they send in a payment. But what is the con to this staying in the house thing, remaining in the house? Well, you got to keep the payments up. Yeah, that's the con to it, so it's not feasible for everybody. All right. What's the second option that a homeowner has? They have the second option of catching up the payments if it's behind and renting out the house, just renting it out. Why, Mr. Homeowner, why haven't you rented the property out yourself? Oh, okay. You don't know nothing about being a landlord. You're scared of it. Don't want to do it. You're going to be too far away. You're moving somewhere far off. Okay. There might be a lot of reasons why they don't want to rent the house, but that is an option. You could catch up the payments if it's behind and rent the property out. Okay. What does this do? There's a pro to this. There's a pros and cons to everything. The pro is that they're going to preserve a good credit score. Yep. As long as they're not rent skimming, as long as they're taking the rent and sending it as a mortgage payment to the mortgage company. Okay. The con to paying, to doing it this way and renting the house out would be that it requires you to be a landlord, Mr. Homeowner. You might have potential issues and repairs and evictions and problems. Okay, what's the third option that they have? Option number 3. Remember, this is 8 options that a homeowner has when they are over leveraged. The third option is what we call deed in lieu. Okay, not Lou. I've got a good friend. His name is Lou. Lou, you might even be watching this right now or catching the replay. I'm not talking about a deed in you. A deed in lieu, L-I-E-U, which means sign this property over to the bank and just walk away from it. Maybe perhaps they'll spare your credit to a degree. It won't be a full foreclosure. Pretty much the same though. All right. Here's the pros to it though. You get to relieve yourself of the house and the debt without the suffering punishment of going through the actual foreclosure process itself. A deed in lieu. Now, here's the con to it. You're going to take a hit on your credit. And here's another con to it. Not all banks are willing to do that. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? That they just will go ahead. They prefer to just foreclose on you rather than letting you sign it over to them and just walk away. I mean, isn't that the end result anyway? They get the house. They don't get any more money, but they get the house. Yeah, well, why would they want to? I'm not an attorney. Don't ask me. But here's what I can tell you, that not all banks will take a deed in lieu. Justin, have you ever done a deed in lieu? Well, that's what I did back on that property I was talking about back in let's call it 2009.
Yeah.
Now, when I was underwater, over leveraged, couldn't sell the property, had loans on it I couldn't afford. And instead of forcing the bank to foreclose on me, I called them up and offered them, hey, let's stop playing games with each other and I'll deed in lieu this bad boy right back over to you, sign it over, and you get off my credit and get off my back and we'll part ways. They said, sure. Okay. It is actually a doable thing. Is it a moment in history I am proud of? No. But every real estate investor has had their problems. I have had mine, and that is one of them. I regret it, but I'm not regretful, so to speak, because it has taught me a lot. It has changed me a lot. But deed in lieu, it is an option. Number 4, apply for a mortgage modification. This is 4th option. All right. You know what that means? They pay $1,850 a month. They're going to apply for a mortgage mod where everything gets caught up, rolled back into the note, the loan, and they are now making a payment of $1,950 or $1,650 or some other adjusted. It's like when you get behind in your car payment and you call the car company and say, hey, can you tack on this, what I owe this month on the back of the loan? And they're like, well, we'll do it for you 4 times, once a year.
Right.
Maybe y'all didn't know that.
Yeah.
A lot of car companies will do that, car loan. Well, that's kind of what applying for a loan mod is like in the real estate world. Now, here's the pro to it. They can alter loan terms and make the payment more manageable. They can catch up the arrears and roll it back into the loan. All right. So it's a nice thing if you've got the money to afford to keep trucking on. Here's the cons. It possibly won't work. They turn people down for these all the time. So apply for a loan mod. A few months up the road, you get a notice. No, we do not accept the application. You're not approved for a loan modification. And foreclosure continues. Wah, wah. Okay. Now, that was number 4. Let's go to number 5. If you're over leveraged, the 5th option you have is to apply for a short sale. What is a short sale? Ty, you know what a short sale is. Tell me what a short sale is, bro.
It's negotiating a lower price
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
on the loan, shorting it.
Yeah. Paying off the house with a lesser amount. Hey, instead of all the BS, Mr. Banker, would you take a lower amount cash if we were just to buy it out? That's kind of a short sale, right? All right. Now here's the pros to it. It will eliminate the loan. Right? But here's the thing. You'll have to get the bank's approval. And it's a time-consuming process. And where are you going to come up with the money to buy the property even for a lesser amount? So you got those things. All right. So short sale is an option. Now, I've got a good buddy named Bob Vieira, universalshortsales.com. Great opportunity. If you run into people that are wanting to short sale, he'll partner with you and help you get it done with them. Super good dude to have in your, in your circle. All right. What is this? Number 6? Are we moving to number 6, Ty? Okay. Let the bank foreclose. This is an obvious one. The 6th option that a homeowner has when they're over leveraged is just basically do nothing. Just let the bank have it after they go through their long and drawn out process. Now, a lot of homeowners choose to do this. The reason why is because it's taking these numbskull states, some of them, 18, 24, 36, 48, 60 months to foreclose. Well, if I can live in a place, my credit's already wrecked, totally rent and mortgage free, and it's the place that I'm used to staying in anyhow, well, I might stick around for an awful long time till they make me move. And that's what's happening in a lot of places. So it is an option you'll see. While it doesn't make a lot of sense to those of us who feel like maybe that lacks a little bit of hard work ethic,
Right.
I can't say that it's not smart, though. I mean, it makes a lot of sense if your credit's already wrecked. But I'm not here to tell you to go sell that option to a homeowner. I'm just saying it does make sense why that's an option. All right. Option number 7. If you're over leveraged homeowner, you have an option to go down to the courthouse or hire an attorney to do it, take a few $100s and file for bankruptcy. All right. Now, what that will do is that will put everything in that person's life basically into a trustee's hands. Okay. And that trustee will have to look at everything before they decide what gets sold, what gets not sold, what should be, all that needs to happen. And so they will postpone a foreclosure sale if you're filing for bankruptcy. So if you want to, as an option, just stall tactic, maybe you could, include them and then reinstate the mortgage by paying it. Or maybe you just let it ride for a while. You'll have to talk to your attorney, but bankruptcy is an option. Bankruptcy does create some opportunities. Here's a pro to it. Bankruptcy gives you immediate relief from debt. That's right. It gives you immediate relief from collecting calls. You know the ones I'm talking about. The ones where it's like you wish you hadn't answered, but it's like, hello, is this so and so? It's you. No. Who's this? No, he ain't here. I ain't seen him in months. No. No, I'm not. No, my name is Ricky. Uh-huh. No, you no need to call this number anymore. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ricky
You know,
Bobby.
those
Yeah.
calls. Yeah. Those stop in a bankruptcy. So the minute that you file, it's like everybody has to back off, including the mortgage company. Okay. So this is also a viable opportunity for you as an investor to create a window of opportunity if you need to. In other words, if there's an impending sale coming up, foreclosure sale, okay, and you need to delay it, if you can have the homeowner file for bankruptcy, it will delay that long enough you could purchase the house from them. All right, now let's go on. That was number 7, and I've promised that there's 8 options that a homeowner that's over leveraged has. And so here's option number 8, the final option, and that is my offer. Offer. All right, I'm going to share it right here. There's one other option. My offer to buy the house using subject to, wraparound, or even lease purchase. I've got to use my pretty house techniques, because if I don't use my pretty house techniques, paying cash doesn't make a whole lot of sense because they're over leveraged. If they're over leveraged, I got to use some kind of pretty house technique. So these are the ones that pop into my mind. Okay. Now, this is a good point in the talk here to plug my website at shutupmoney.com. If you go to shutupmoney.com, you can actually get this course for free. It's a transaction engineer basics course. It's got subject to agreements, wrap agreements. It's got everything in it in a basic level for you to understand and use to begin with. It's got some basic videos in it and all of that. You're going to want to use those techniques in this pretty house over leveraged scenario. There is a cheat sheet there, and you can see right here it is. All cash discount offers off the table. That would be a short sale in this case, which was kind of one of the options, but it would be a short sale. Subject to, that would work. Wraparound, that could work. A subject to seller carryback hybrid, that could work. An installment for deed, lease purchase, lease purchase could work. All right, so option number 8, Mr. Homeowner, is sell the house to me. So that's why it's important for us to know as investors. Hey, Andre, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. You look like you're enjoying the a day out in the sunshine. You got to hit that unmute button for me on Zoom. It's great to see you.
All right, how about that? How about that?
Hey, I can hear you good. Welcome, man.
Man, thank you, man. Happy Friday to you.
Yeah, happy Friday to you. We were just talking about the options a homeowner has, and you'll have a perspective on this as a lending professional. What options a homeowner has when they're over leveraged, meaning they owe more on the property than the property's worth, which a lot of homeowners found themselves in that scenario about a decade or a little more than a decade ago, right?
Yeah.
And they speculating that it might happen again.
We go through those cycles. So you've got a couple of options when it comes to that. Number one is take a longer term view, which, your option of lease purchase, sandwich deals, gives them that space in order to do that, because you got to be able to say, hey, I'm underwater right now, but if I could just hold on and maybe put a couple of $100 with it every month, 5-10 years, if the market returns, I'll be okay. Number two is obviously you go to the lender and you try to negotiate a short sale.
Yeah.
That doesn't always happen though.
Yeah.
And then number three, go to your rich cousin that just won the lottery and ask him to pay it off for you.
Exactly. I wish I had a rich cousin that won the lottery that liked me.
Yeah.
Ironically, I have a cousin that won the lottery. This would be irony if this happened. Right. What I'm saying it didn't. Is they would win, and that would be the cousin that don't like me.
Right. He'll change his number and won't pick up the phone anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I do the same thing if it was me.
Right. I'll be gone.
So when a house is over leveraged, you bring up a great point that I would have forgotten, and I appreciate that. That's why I love Andre. He's such an intelligent guy, and he brings out such great points. And what he was saying is when you encounter a homeowner that's over leveraged like this, it opens up an opportunity for what he called the long-term view, long-term play. This is like, hey, what if you could get a subject to and keep that thing alive for monthly cash flow? You got a homeowner out of a hot spot. Yep. You helped a new homeowner get into a home, and now you're making $400 or $500 a month in some sandwich scenario.
That's right.
Right. So that's the whole point, which there's people that are famous because of this whole topic, right? Like, we're looking for ways to buy properties subject to, or, in using creative finance. And well, this is kind of where what we're talking about today is the opportunity that an over-leveraged property owner gives us, because really they don't have any real great options in a lot of cases. Loan mod sometimes gets turned down. They don't know how to do a short sale. They don't have a rich cousin. They don't know how they can catch up the payments. Even if they could, keeping the payments current would even be hard. There's people that they're like, hey, I can't even afford to hire a realtor. No realtor will even work on this because there's not enough. They say there's not enough there for them even to get paid. So I guess I'm just going to sit here in my own depression. Right. But wait, there's more.
There's an opportunity. Right.
Here comes Ty. Boom. He busts in the room. Wait a minute. If you're going to walk away from this house, what if I caught up the payments and took the property over, and would you let me make that mortgage payment for you until we get you paid off? That's a subject to question.
That's right.
It's that easy. Ty just pitched subject to right there. What if he busted in the room and was like, hey, you're not behind, but you need to move? Okay, well, what if I were to cover your payment, your interest, your taxes, your insurance, your monthly nut, what if I covered that and took care of the maintenance? Would you let me lease the property for 60 months? Then we'll buy it at whatever your loan value is today.
Yeah. That's that longer term view, because now all of a sudden you gave the market a chance to rebound.
Absolutely. And for appreciation maybe to come and do its lovely, lovely work, right?
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
So I'm excited.
Also known as inflation. Appreciation, also known as inflation.
Are you trying to say it's a double-edged sword, man?
Hey, it works both ways, man. It works both ways. People complain about inflation, but when their house goes up 30% in value, they say, "Oh, it's the greatest thing ever."
Right. Yeah.
My gold ring is worth, $20 more today than it was yesterday.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They say, I don't like inflation, but wait a minute, your gold ring is worth more.
Absolutely. And your debt's worth less. Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of nice? Oh,
yeah.
It's like, because now I can get that money easier.
That's exactly right.
Faster. It's the law of the land.
Yeah. Hey, it's one of those things that you got to really make you say, you got to really think about and say, oh, am I really against inflation?
Right. Well, it's not new to capitalism here in America.
Right.
that those that have get more, and those that don't have nothing get less.
I think it's in the Bible.
That's been the way it's been for since
It's in the Bible.
since Eve cooked up the apple salad or what? Yeah,
Gave Adam an extra helping. Yeah. It's in the Bible.
yeah.
Those who have will have more.
Yeah, that's the law. Yeah, that's just how it works here on this planet in this realm.
That's right.
And I find it strange that any other thought is really just daydream, because it's like gravity. I can pretend it don't work that way, but when I fall myself off the stoop,
that's right.
I don't gotta be convinced anymore, because
that's right.
I already know.
Like Eminem said, "Whoops, there goes gravity."
Yes.
Remember that song? Whoops,
yes,
there goes gravity.
Yes. He also said 2 trailer park girls go round the outside. What does that even mean? I don't even know.
He's making fun of it, but there's 2 trailer park girls. Sometimes trailer park girls are nice.
Well, yeah. We'll leave that there.
Right. We'll talk about that one offline. Yeah.
Well, you guys, I'm so glad you're here. We've been going for about 30 minutes. I don't want to keep you all day, but at the same time, let me open the floor to you. Anything you guys want to say or talk about, or anything, and tell us how we find you, Andre. People are getting to know you now. So where do they go again?
A Shepherd on LinkedIn. So the @sign and then the letter A, Shepherd, SHEPARD on LinkedIn. And then just shoot me over a message, and we'll talk about the deal and do a deal.
Ty, how do people get a hold of you, man?
Yeah, I'm here in the wholesaler club. So
dude,
Justin, you gotta get by
Ty is
Justin
awesome.
first. Gotta get by Justin first. My doorkeeper, bodyguard.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I'm the club bouncer. Yeah,
the bouncer. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I want you to notice something, Andre. Look what I'm wearing, man.
I see the collared shirt. I saw it.
Yeah, look at that.
Look.
Yeah.
Look. I saw it, man. I feel welcomed. It's like, okay. Dude,
I feel smart today.
He knew I was coming by.
Yeah. I got my smart guy shirt on. I got my glasses on.
Yeah.
I'm prepared to whip the day. You know what I mean?
That's right. Let's win the day.
Hey. All right, guys. Well, I love both of you. I'll see you again next week.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend. Stay safe out there, and everybody out there watching too. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it, guys.
All right.
It was a great time. Great talking to you. Have a great weekend. Let's knock them dead next week.
Absolutely, dude. We'll see you. Thanks, Andre. Thanks, Ty.
Good talking to you guys.
Thanks, everybody.